Who in this world would be an incumbent, not just in the United States, an incumbent, feel any sense of confidence whatsoever? And the Republicans are raising, as I pointed out, hundreds of millions of dollars. These super PACs, money's just pouring into them. And the Democrats are saying, oh, we're going to win this thing. And it just doesn't make any sense. Look, do I think in the end that we have a good chance to win? Yeah, we do. But it's going to be a brutally tough election. And right now, the attitude among Democrats that I detect from across the board is not anywhere near close to what it has to be. But a lot of people have too much of an incumbent mentality in this party, or this sort of attitude that we're going to win no matter what. And the combination of that, and plus the sense that Romney's just a really weak, bad opponent, is causing, I think, unwarranted optimism among Democrats. All across, I think among Democrats, there's just a little too much conflict here. And what I'm trying to do is, and you capitalize it just right, is I'm trying to create some discomfort here to say, look, we're a long way from having this thing in the bag.
They don't call James Carville the mouth of the South for nothing. With just 181 days to the election and President beating Mitt Romney by less than 1 percentage point in our averages, is Carville right? Are the Democrats being too complacent? Is it time for the Democrats to wake up and smell the coffee? Howard.
Well, you know, with all due respect to the Raging Cajun, I don't see any evidence really that the Democrats are being complacent. But the truth of the matter is the Real Clear Politics right direction, wrong direction number right now is 32 right, 59 wrong, which oddly enough is exactly the same number, give or take 1 point, as this point before the 2010 midterm elections when the Democrats took a huge, huge beating. So the pollsters can come forward with whatever numbers they want, but the right direction, wrong direction number is the one that most amateur political consultants think is the one that tells you what independent and undecided voters will do when they walk into the booth in November.
Dom, what James Carville said sounded vaguely familiar. I think I've heard something like that from you once or twice.
I've been arguing that point all along, and Democrats are too complacent. Two, they surely need to wake up before Election Day. Three, you know, if Romney is so weak, as we're told consistently, why is this race so close? Why is it neck and neck with the guy that none of the Republicans, certainly the right, seem to want?
Well, I mean, I'll counter that with we're a 45-45-10 nation. 45
Fine.
Democrat, 45 Republican, and where the final 10% goes determines every election.
But here's the problem. Republicans are doing a good job of hanging the economy around Obama's neck. And even though he inherited the situation, they're saying here. And Americans, all Americans know is, do you have a job? Are you able to pay your mortgage? Did Mr. Hope deliver as he promised?
And at least for now, the polls say that most people still blame President Bush more than they blame President Obama when it comes to the economy.
I don't know about that.
That's the bigger challenge. That's going to be the big challenge for Republicans to try to change that number. So how do the Democrats get that enthusiasm back? How do they energize their base?
I noticed Howard put his hand on his chin.
I'm waiting to hear Dominic.
Tell us. How do Democrats wake up? One, they've got to, the president has to energize America, if it's possible, the same way that he did in 2008. And I don't know if that's possible, because the appealing nature of Mr. Obama was that he did not have a record where they could hang around his neck. Now he has a record. Now he has health care. Many Americans feel that's a good thing, but it's a polarizing issue before the Supreme Court.
I'll directly answer your question. It appears that the strategy of the Democrats is consistent with their approach to people and voters in general. It's going to be Trayvon for the blacks. It's going to be DREAM Act for the Hispanics. It's going to be gay marriage for the gays. He's going to cherry pick individual little groups, labor union here, I'm going to give you this and that, and try to gain that 2 or 3% in each of these swing states necessary to get those electoral votes.
My answer, he's going to hammer Mitt Romney and try to make him unelectable, and then he'll get a new song from John Legend, and that puts him over the top.